Welcome in, everyone, to one of the best mornings in modern political history. Tim Walz, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, and just an overall just good man has been selected by Kamala Harris to be her vice presidential running mate. Oh, what a fantastic day here. As the stream is getting going, people are pouring in. Man, we've got over 70 likes on the stream, and that was before I really even started. You guys are so amazing. I've got the chat up. We're seeing hearts. We're seeing oh yeah, American flags. Let's go. Well, I mean, just what a fantastic day. Tim Waltz, if you don't know much about him, I was reading through his Wikipedia page last night because a couple things tipped me off to Waltz being the running mate. First, there were a number of black SUVs recorded leaving his house in Minnesota. And then I saw that Kamala had a focus group or something planned today to talk about gun violence. And there are a number of really fantastic things about Tim Waltz that we're gonna get into. But one of the maybe points of contention for some Democrats is going to be his position on or his previous positions on guns, which I'll kind of just briefly explain. He took, like, I think it was $12,000 or $17,000 from the NRA, and then after a mass shooting, a school shooting, I believe it was Sandy Hook, but don't quote me on that, he decided that he was going to give that every dollar away. He was going to donate it to, I believe it was like a victims relief fund. So, with all the vetting that Kamala's team did, which was actually led by Barack Obama's Attorney General Eric Holder, which I just found that out. I mean, that's really interesting. With all the vetting that Kamala's team did, I think Waltz taking money from the NRA might be a talking point that Republicans are going to try to harp on, which could actually benefit Kamala in the long run, because Tim Waltz is that he's the rural American who, he may not have the most liberal or progressive stance on guns, but if Donald Trump's team is going to try to attack him on that, that might end up hurting them more than helping them. But it'll be interesting to see. But that's why I think Kamala's team chose to have that event, the gun violence event, because I think they want to just get out ahead of any Republican smears against Waltz and Kamala. Oh man. Okay. Over 100 likes, 150 viewers. Man, you guys are awesome. I'm just going to go to the chat real quick, just because we've got so much to talk about. I've got videos queued up. We're ready to go. We also have JD Vance, apparently, who's going to respond to Tim Waltz being named, and I can guarantee you that that's going to be awkward, just because everything that guy says and does is incredibly awkward. Benessi Beautiful says, I'm happy that we have a winning combo. Finally, it looks like a really great future for democracy. Yeah, could not agree more. Waltz is an excellent choice. The chemistry is going to be terrific. I think so. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be really interesting to see Kamala, the kind of the 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 ethnic woman, the elite lawyer that Republican men just it's everything wrapped into one that they hate. What Tim Walz is going to do to their minds. I mean, we could just see heads exploding over on the Republican side, because this guy is rural America through and through. And we'll get into that. But we've got not a lawyer, not a businessman, but a teacher. What a breath of fresh air. Yes, yes, and yes. Joyce Diggs, Kamala Waltz, 2024. Kylie Ray, the independent voter. This independent voter is proud Kamala Harris made the best decision. Let's go win this. Blue hearts. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. So, man, the likes are climbing. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me and the channel. Let's go. Let's get into just kind of who Waltz is. He is a retired social studies teacher of 24 years who was in 2019 served as the 41st governor of Minnesota. Kelly Rankin, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Born in Nebraska, member of the Army National Guard. He actually he served in the House of Representatives, and he beat a 6-term Republican incumbent for his House seat, and then was reelected 5 times. And this is in a rural part of Minnesota. He, I think, became the second non-Republican to hold 2 consecutive terms for that House seat. It really says a lot about how Waltz is going to be a fantastic, a fantastic running mate who is going to appeal to the. So Nick Offerman made a video last night where he was singing to Republicans who are Kamala curious, and if you haven't seen that video, it's on the channel. But those Republicans who are Kamala curious, I mean. I think with Waltz, I think they're on board, and that is just a brilliant move by Kamala. He holds a bachelor degree in social science from Chadron State College and a master of science in educational leadership from Minnesota State University Mankato. He coached his high school football's team all the way to the first state championship in 1999. So the guy can lead, young people. I think that's something to point out. In 1999, he was the faculty advisor of the first Gay and Straight Alliance at Mankato West High School. He was the National Guardsman, like I mentioned, and while he didn't see combat, he earned the title of Nebraska Citizen Soldier of the Year in 1989, and he was also decorated with the Army Commendation Medal and was given 2 Army Achievement Medals. In 2004, he volunteered for John Kerry's presidential campaign, where he was the campaign coordinator for his county, and then was also the district coordinator for Vets for Kerry. In that 2006 House election, in which he beat that, 5-time or 6-time Republican incumbent, the 6-time Republican incumbent, he kind of shocked the state there. And in 2008, when he was reelected, he was like I said earlier, the second non-Republican to win a second full term. And then he was reelected in 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016. While he was in the House, he served on the House Agriculture Committee, Committee on Veterans Affairs, Armed Services Committee. Now we can get into a little bit of the policy. While he was in the House, he opposed President Bush's troop increase in Iraq. And in his first week as legislator, he co-sponsored a bill to raise the minimum wage, voted in favor of stem cell research, and voted to allow Medicare to negotiate drug prices. So he's progressive and on issues that really matter, but he's also He was ranked the seventh most bipartisan House member during the 114th Congress by the in the bipartisan index, which measures how often a Democrat's bill is co-sponsored by a Republican and how often a Democrat co-sponsors a bill by a Republican. So he reaches across the aisle, and that's pretty big. He had 100% rating from Planned Parenthood in 2012, 100% from the ACLU in 2011, 100% from American Immigration Lawyers Association, 100% from the AFL-CIO, 100% from the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, 100% from the National Organization for Women. Democrats are going to love him. Moderate Republicans are going to love him. He's if we look back at political history, just recently, Barack Obama's choice to have Joe Biden as his running mate. This is what this is, right? It is. He is the Joe Biden, which I think is just. I think is just a great move. Joetta super chatted. There we go. Let's check out Joetta's super chat. Oh, thank you very much. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. We're up to over 200 viewers, almost 200 likes. What a great time to watch some videos of Mr. Waltz, and every video is going to both warm your heart and give you a sense of optimism for the future with him as the next vice president of the United States. So let's go over here to Twitter and check out what we got here. This is, of course, him signing into law a bill that would feed kids in schools. And this is this moment is, I'm not going to play the audio just because, well, I'll play the audio. It is so loud though. Woo! It's so loud. I don't want to burst your guys' ears. Dude, I'm going to start crying. I can't. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just that smile, that joy, just infectious. I mean, how inspiring is that? I mean, come on. I'll watch it again and again. I can watch this video again and again. And every time you just see something new. I think that one girl's wearing like ears. Oh, what cuties. Yeah. Okay. And then, so yeah, just amazing. Just amazing. This was also a recent appearance he made on Morning Joe, and remember, he is a social studies teacher. And that's really who this guy is, kind of first and foremost. I mean, as well as being, the family man and just a hardworking rural American. He's a teacher. And so let's listen to him kind of break down the problems with Republicans these days.
What I know is that people like J.D. Vance know nothing about small town America. My town had 400 people in it, 24 kids in my graduating class, 12 were cousins, and he gets it all wrong. It's not about hate. It's not about collapsing in. The golden rule there is mind your own damn business. Their policies are what destroyed rural America. They've divided us. They're in our exam rooms. They're telling us what books to read. And I think what Kamala Harris knows is bringing people together around the shared values, strong public schools, strong labor unions that create the middle class, healthcare that's affordable and accessible. Those are the things. You look what they're talking about. They went right to division. They did not give us a plan on healthcare. Donald Trump talked about infrastructure. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris built bridges, built roads. So I think this is going back to the bread and butter, getting away from this division. We do not like what has happened where we can't even go to Thanksgiving dinner with our uncle because you end up in some weird fight that is unnecessary. and I think bringing back people together, well, it's true. These guys are just weird. And it's, you know, they're running for He-Man Women Haters Club or something. That's what they go at. That's not what people are interested in. And there is angst because robber barons like J.D. Vance and Donald Trump gutted the Midwest, told us we didn't do that. They talk about private schools. Where in the heck are you going to find a private school in a town of 400? Those are public schools. Those are great teachers that are out there making a difference and gave us an opportunity to succeed. That angst that J.D. Vance talks about in Hillbilly Elegy, none of my hillbilly cousins went to Yale, and none of them went on to be venture capitalists or whatever. It's not who people really are. So I think that message doesn't resonate. You saw it yesterday. The energy out here exploded. We all broke fundraising records, but that's not what I look at. Door knocks are full. Phone banks are full. People are talking about what's possible. We are finally on offense about an America where we're all together. So good. Have Orban down to Florida. The vice president will come out here and stand in a Planned Parenthood. She stands in a Planned Parenthood clinic in St. Paul. That's what people want to see.
Okay. I mean, just incredible at communicating just on so many levels here. I mean, we can just pick this apart. Small town America. Hey, weirdos, mind your own damn business, which I think is going to be one of the Kamala and Waltz. We're going to start seeing that message over and over and over and over and over again. Hey, weird Republicans, man, leave us alone. Stop pretending, right? Stop pretending like you're a hillbilly, Mr. Yale graduate, right? Because that's not who you are. Stop pretending that you know what's best for us. Stop pretending that private schools are going to save the day, which, I mean, we got to go back to the first Trump administration and Betsy DeVos being everyone should have a ticket to a private school and that's how it's going to work. And the man from the Midwest, from rural America, saying, hey, guess what, Miss DeVos, Mr. Trump, all you billionaires who just think you've got it figured out, where are the private schools in the communities of 400? Where yeah? Oh, what are you going to come? You're going to come build us a private school and you're going to spend all your money flying these private school teachers in? Is that what you think you're going to do? I mean, oh, JD Vance, buddy, you've got such, you're going to be so embarrassed. Your JD Vance's political career is over. It is over. I mean, as soon as he sets foot on that debate stage, it's over. So, okay, and then what else can we unpack here? He-Man woman haters. That's effective. Robber barons. That's effective. And just the fact that Kamala is exciting Democrats and Americans for democracy. Now it's Waltz's turn. And it's happening. It is definitely happening. So let's watch some more videos of Waltz. I actually made a video about this. You can watch on the channel if you haven't seen it yet. But this is Waltz at a fair with his daughter.
Pick something, a classic, the old state fair. Hey, Minnesota, Governor Walz here, out at the state fair with my daughter.
Hope.
Every year we as a family do something old and something new. I get to pick something, a classic, the old mill ride, to do that. And then Hope gets to pick something new.
I think we're gonna go do the slingshot.
Which I don't know what it is, and they're keeping it from me. But then we're gonna go get some food, corn dogs.
I'm vegetarian.
Turkey then. And
Turkey's meat.
Not in Minnesota, turkey special. And we will go do some of those things and report back.
Oh my God. Woo!
Yes!
Oh my God. It keeps going.
Yes!
That was good. Good job, Dad.
Oh, thanks, Hope. All right, Minnesota, it's worth it. Woo! Wow, that is wild.
That was pretty cool, actually.
That is wild.
No. That'll be good.
It was okay. It was so worth it. Good call.
It was good.
Thanks for talking me into it.
You're welcome.
No, he's got a lot of videos with his daughter Hope that he posts to social media, and I think just having a daughter named Hope is such an amazing sign from, you know, that he's just a positive, good person for the country. And I just couldn't be more excited watching all these clips. Now we do have a little montage here.
For that.
Here we go. We've got a little montage that I want to play. I think this is a TikTok video, so the dimensions might be a little strange, but we'll see. I see that Lenny is in the chat. Guys, give it up for Lenny, the moderator. My moderators keep these chats healthy and free from a lot of the groypers, the trolls who are out there lurking in the depths. Let's go to the Waltz here and this little compilation we have.
Speaking it into existence, Governor Waltz for vice president.
These are weird people on the other side. They want to take books away.
Yeah,
Great people. Go ahead. My God, they went after cat people. Good luck with that. Turn on the internet and see what cat people do.
Yeah,
when
the
you go
audio
after
seems
them.
to be a little.
Don't fuck with cats.
It'd be funny if it wasn't so sad. They see the least fortunate among us as scapegoats and punchlines for them. Kamala Harris and Democrats see them as our neighbor. You know, get sugarcoating this. These are weird ideas. Listen to them speak. Listen how they talk about things. Told them that they shouldn't talk about race. They can't help it. It is built into their DNA because there is no plan. There's no health care plan. There's no health care plan. There's nothing to do on this. They want to take away our alliances and leave Russia to do whatever they want. The minute they all step on the stage, the American people have lost. Are they going to debate who can ban the most books? The same old failed policies. Instead of putting out a memo like that, tell us what your health care plan is. Donald Trump told us he would do that on day one back in 2017. There's nothing there.
But you've legalized recreational marijuana, you passed universal background checks on guns, you expanded LGBTQ protections, you implemented tuition-free college for low-income Minnesotans. There's free breakfast and lunch for school kids.
What a monster. Kids are eating and having full bellies so they can go learn, and women are making their own health care decisions. And we're a top 5 business state, and we also rank in the top 3 of happiness. To think that anyway this is normal. You got a former president that thinks calling names and spreading lies is the way to get people. They're continuing to shrink the electorate on their side. Their ceiling and their floor are the same, and I don't think it's going anywhere. So I'm just excited. What I know is that people like J.D. Vance know nothing about small town America. My town had 400 people in it. 24 kids in my graduating class, 12 were cousins, and he gets it all wrong. It's not about hate. It's not about collapsing in. The golden rule there is mind your own damn business. Donald Trump talked about infrastructure. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris built bridges, built roads. So, look, they are bad on foreign policy. They are bad on the environment. They certainly have no health care plan, and they keep talking about the middle class that, as I said, a robber baron real estate guy and a venture capitalist trying to tell us they understand who we are. They don't know who we are. That angst that J.D. Vance talks about in Hillbilly Elegy, none of my hillbilly cousins went to Yale, and none of them went on to be venture capitalists or whatever. The situation in Gaza is is intolerable. And I think trying to find a solution, a lasting two-state solution, certainly the president's move towards humanitarian aid and asking us to get to a ceasefire, that's what they're asking to be heard, and that's what they should be doing.
That's weird. Okay. I don't know what the deal was there with that. We're definitely going to watch this clip after I'm done talking about Matt. I knew I was going to call him Matt Waltz in this live stream. I knew I was. My brain has been Matt Shapiro, Tim Walz has just been bouncing back and forth over the past week. Here, let's watch him talk about spark plugs. Is spark plug or oh, hold on, Tim. Hold on. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, let me try to get this in frame here. Hold on, Tim. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. See, this is these are the videos right here that make him just super relatable. It's not like they're not the best videos. They're but he just talks to people like you're his neighbor. And I think that's really the just a super important part of who Waltz is.
That's my pro tip of the day out on. Hey everybody, Tim here. 11 days till the election, but it's my pro tip of the day out on the road. I got to show you this. This right here is the headlight harness on a 2014 Ford Edge. Ford, this is unacceptable. It burned out hot on the connector. So for $7.99 at Napa Auto Parts here in the city, you can replace this. Just clip off the back, use some shrink wrap connectors on there, tape it back together and put it back in. It's about a 5-minute fix and you're back on the road safe and sound. So pro tip of the day, second one is get out and vote for One Minnesota. Get out and let's take this state in a direction we know it needs to go. Go vote.
Yeah. Just talking about, a quick $10 fix for your car. He's a human. He's not afraid to show that he's a human, and I just couldn't be more excited for Kamala and for Waltz here. Oh, I didn't transition it. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Yeah, he was just talking about we can go back and watch it. He's just talking from his car. I apologize, guys. I'm still learning the streaming.
This right here is the headlight harness on a 2014 Ford Edge. Ford, this is unacceptable. It burned
I'm sorry.
on the connector. So for $7.99 at Napa Auto Parts here in the city, you can replace this. Just clip off the back, use some shrink wrap connectors on there, tape it back together and put it back in. It's about a 5-minute fix and you're back on the road safe and sound. So pro tip of the day, second one is get out and vote for One Minnesota. Get out and let's take this state in a direction we know it needs to go. Go vote.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Tim here.
Yeah. He's just a good man. He's just a good man. And I mean, I hate to do this, but meanwhile, I'm not gonna play this video because it's just so atrocious. I'm not gonna ruin such a fantastic live stream with Donald Trump and Aiden Ross, the butt sniffing live streamer who, I mean, I gotta say, guys, this live streamer, he can't even read. This is Trump taking advantage of someone who's incredibly out of touch with what he's doing. But that's what Donald Trump is doing. He is being given a Rolex and a Cybertruck by these right-wing live streamers who have been banned from multiple platforms. Meanwhile, we've got Waltz. And I just couldn't be more thrilled for that. And so what I want to do is I want to just, before we end up today, I just want to go into the chat. I'm so sorry about the video, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to recognize Lenny, the moderator, for coming in and helping out with this. Benessi Beautiful, I think you're doing great. Do you know how good this live feed made me feel this morning, sitting here having coffee and actually feeling good? I feel great. Awesome morning. Thank you, Reflect. Oh, Benessi, thank you. Thank you for coming in and watching and your nice comments. I really, really appreciate that. Everyone else, the other previous comments are about how they can't see the video. I've got so much stuff going on with my screen, and I just had to make a quick edit, which I should have done. Oh, actually, what we need to do, guys, is we need to watch JD Vance respond to let's see here. Pretty sure. Okay, here we go. JD Vance responds to Harris picking Waltz. All right, now gotta do this. Oh boy. Okay, this is a little chaotic here. Let's get us into here. Okay, so we got JD. Looks like he's on.
Ready?
Yep.
And this will be brief, and then obviously we'll talk a little bit more at the event. But are everybody good to go?
Is everyone good?
He's
Okay,
weird.
great.
Okay.
Good?
Okay, thanks.
You got a lot going on there, man. Look, we're here
Weird.
in
It's
Philadelphia
weird.
to highlight the Americans who have suffered under Kamala Harris's policies, especially Kamala Harris's border policies. To remind you, she, on day one, suspended deportations, proposed mass amnesty for millions of illegal aliens. She stopped construction of the border wall, and she stopped the Remain in Mexico policy that had kept a lot of Americans safe. Now, today we're going to talk to a lot of Americans who have suffered and had children and loved ones who have died because of these border policies. It has led to record fentanyl overdoses in our country. It's led to a lot of migrant crime from people who shouldn't even be here. And it's, of course, driven up the price of housing for a lot of Americans who shouldn't have to compete with 20 million illegal aliens for scarce homes. Obviously, the big news of the day is that Tim Walz has been nominated as the VP, or is now the presumptive nominee, I should say, for Kamala Harris. My view on it is it just highlights how radical Kamala Harris is. This is a person who listened to the Hamas wing of her own party and selecting a nominee. This is a guy who's proposed shipping more manufacturing jobs to China, who wants to make the American people more reliant on garbage energy instead of good American energy, and has proposed defunding the police just as Kamala Harris does. I think it's interesting, actually. They make an interesting tag team because, of course, Tim Walz allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis in the summer of 2020, and then the few who got caught, Kamala Harris helped bail them out of jail. So it is more instructive for what it says about Kamala Harris, that she doesn't care about the border, she doesn't care about crime, she doesn't care about American energy, and most importantly, she doesn't care about the Americans who have been made to suffer under those policies. I'll take a couple questions, then we're going to hit the road and go to this press conference. Yeah.
Would show that with its anti-Semitism, the reason why you believe Kamala Harris didn't choose Josh Shapiro to do that.
Well, it's not what I believe. It's what the Democratic leadership has said. Many people said repeatedly that the reason Kamala Harris was going away from the Josh Shapiro selection is because they were worried about anti-Semitism. They were worried about
many
They
people.
were worried about some of the leaders and the grassroots activists in their party wouldn't take a Jewish nominee. I think it's despicable. I think it's disgusting. But that is right out of the words of many members of the Democratic leadership. And so now we have Tim Walz. But again, most importantly, we have Kamala
Welcome in,
Harris.
Lyndon.
Her policies have been a disaster, and they will remain so if the American people give her promotion.
Senator,
Yeah.
Have you or Governor Walz reached out to one another? I know when.
Yeah, good point, Dennis.
You guys have reached out.
I actually, on the way to the flight in Cincinnati.
this is a load of lies.
I actually called Tim Walz. I left
What
a
else is
message on
new?
to get him. But I just said, look,
for this
congratulations.
clown?
Look forward to a verbose conversation and enjoy the ride. And maybe he'll call me back, maybe he won't. Yeah.
Senator, excuse me.
Yeah.
The Governor and Vice President Harris are expected to take a battleground state tour the next couple of days.
Sure.
Former President Trump will be making a public campaign appearance in
until Friday in Montana. Is that a missed opportunity?
No, look, I think I'm making a number of public appearances over the next few days just to drive home the fact that Kamala Harris's policy have been such a failure for normal Americans. I know the president's very busy over the next few days. One of the things you've got to do is, of course, get out there and speak to people and speak to reporters. A final thing that you have to do, of course, is raise the resources, and I know the president's very busy doing exactly that. So he and I are taking a divide and conquer strategy.
He's busy playing golf
Sometimes we obviously
and
together, but I
getting
think we're gonna
gifted
use the fact that we have two
Rolexes
people who can both get out there
and Cybertrucks at Mar-a-Lago. Oh, he's so busy.
I know most of you. I like all of you as
What a
people,
clown.
At least I like the ones of you that I know. I think that you guys have got to do a better job at actually forcing Kamala Harris to answer questions. This is a person who's been the presumptive Democrat nominee for 16 days. She hasn't taken a single real question from a reporter. The American people deserve to get to know the people who want to lead them, and I think it's shameful for Kamala Harris, but increasingly for the media, that she's taking a basement strategy of running from reporters instead of getting in front of them, answering tough questions about her record, and letting the American people know who she is. President Trump and I take hostile questions, we take non-hostile questions, we get out there and talk to people because we respect the American people enough to want to persuade them and not to try to run from them. So I think you guys got to do a better job. That's my humble opinion. Take it easy, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Attack the media. Yeah. JD Vance. Okay. I guess that's their strategy. That's their losing strategy, right? I'm going to go after the reporters. I think that also says a fair bit about how JD Vance really feels about, the Waltz pick. And that's that he is afraid, and he should be, because he's going to get whooped during the debates. Just what lies? He how does he go from so Waltz is Waltz, the guy from rural Minnesota who was the second non-Republican to serve back-to-back terms representing that district. He's the radical? He's the radical? When you're that clueless and when you have to lie that much in that short span of time, I really think that's you're weak. You are weak. And then really they're trying to say that Kamala's an anti-Semite because she didn't pick Shapiro. Oh man. This is going to be a wonderful next 3 months until the election. And then once they win, we're going to have 8 solid years of leadership. And it's also, it's going to be twofold, right? We're going to elect Kamala and Waltz. And we're also going to just finally tell Donald Trump that he has no place in leading the United States. And that'll go a long way into flushing that orange turd down the drain of American political history. Okay, so it's 9:30 here on the West Coast. I do want to just kick it back over to chat and see where you guys are all from. Somebody just subscribed. Tony AV, welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. I also saw a couple names in here. Weldon Dragon back in the chat. So good to see you. NSN, you've been vocal and active in the chat. KF Design from Tunisia. Thanks, Weldon. I love you too. Benessi, beautiful, from Idaho. All right. Fantastic. Over 300 likes, and they're still going up. We got new subscribers. We've got Tony. We've got Linda M. Joetta with the super chat. Thank you so much. Kelly Rankin. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching the stream. We got Michigan. we got Seattle, we got Massachusetts, we've got the country here, and I love that we get to do this, and all get together and really today is a day of celebration, and yeah, it is a good day. West Virginia in the house. Tony from Ireland. I was just in Ireland, spent 10 days there for my mom's 70th, and I gotta say, you've got a beautiful island there. Biafra Classic Television from Houston. L found me 15 minutes ago. Well, I'm so glad you found me. So glad you could make it. We've got, I think the latest update from C-SPAN here was that Kamala and Waltz are going to be campaigning in Philadelphia at 2:30, and oh my goodness, I am definitely going to be live streaming that. It is going to be insane. It is going to be the first of just a week of nonstop campaigning for Kamala Harris. So if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be live streaming all of these events, and there are going to be some amazing moments leading up to a debate, which could happen at the beginning of next month if Trump actually doesn't cower. And of course, I think a great debate is going to be the VP. That debate between Waltz and JD Vance is going to be fantastic. So I am going to finally put some food in my system and get ready for Kamala and Waltz and their campaign event from Pennsylvania in 5 hours. So be sure to tune back in, and I will set up a live stream right now so that you guys get the notification and you guys can all join that. But 100%, Lenny, we've got a world-class bunch here. 100%. We absolutely do. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and I will see you in the next live stream.